All right, lovely people, welcome to yet another episode by popular request. We recorded a video on a woman or a girlfriend or a woman who has a high body count, and people are saying that we have to record, a video on guys or men who have a high body count. So in this video, we want to address the question of what are the signs that you are dating a guy who has a high body count. So if a guy has high body count, one of the ways that you will know, of course, let's explain what a high body count is. So if a guy has a high body count, it means that they've had multiple sexual relationships with people, multiple sexual relationships with people, with women. And that should tell you that this person has a high body count. So what is the first sign that the guy that you are dating has a high body count? The first sign is this. The guy has a high body count if he is always demanding for sex. He's a sex addict. They can propose to you today and the next thing is, let's go and sleep, let's go and have sex. So if they are always talking about sex, then you have to know that this guy that you've met, is someone who has a higher body count. Probably that's what he's been doing or, going around doing. That's why just proposing to you now, they will tell you, let's go and engage in sex, sexual activity. That should tell you that this person has a higher body count. Another point for a guy who has a higher body count is that this guy, when you're in a relationship with them, you see that the person is a cheater. They are always cheating. They are always cheating on you. Every now and then, people will give a report that they've been cheating on you or catch them cheating with another woman. That should give an indication that he has a high body count. This is something he's been doing for years and they don't really want to be in one relationship with you. That's why they will keep on cheating. Of course, if the guy is also a player, that gives you an indication, that this guy has a high body count. A player will have multiple sexual relationships with multiple women. And if they are in a relationship with you and they are trying to see that they are trying to, have multiple sexual relationships with multiple women, that should tell you that this guy has built that behavior of a player and they go around sleeping with multiple women. Again, if you are dating a guy who has a high body count, you would find that they never really want to introduce you to their friends, because introducing you to their friends will mean that you would get to know them and some of these friends will tell you about the fact that, hey, this person is a person with a high body count, they go around sleeping with people and all of that. So they never really want to be in a relationship where they show you who their friends are and so on and so forth. Again, they would never really want to introduce you to their family members because, of course, they are into just hit and run. They are into just look for sex and go away, because for them, it's all about increasing their body count. So introducing you to family will mean trying to formalize the relationship. Quite often, people with high body count are not interested in formalizing or committing to a relationship, building a future together with you. So they wouldn't really introduce you to their family members. And that leads us to our next point. Of course, they wouldn't want to really build any future plans with you when they are in a relationship with you because, of course, they didn't come to build a future with you. They came just to be able to hit and run, just to be able to, increase their body count, get that sex, and then, of course, they move on to the next victim. When you are in a relationship with someone who has a higher body count, you will see that for them, it's all about sex. It's all about sex. When you are in a relationship with a guy who has, a higher body count, quite often they are liars. They are very inconsistent in what they tell you. You can ask them where they are. They might be with another woman, but they will lie to you that maybe they are in church and so on and so. So they are pathological lies. They will keep lying and you will keep catching them. They are really lying to you all the time about even their location, wherever they are at a particular point in time. That should tell you that you are dealing with, a guy with a high body count. Again, if the person is that person who is trying to flirt with many women, right under your nose, flirt with women, even when you are there, people are giving reports that they are flirting with many other women. That would also suggest that you are dealing with a guy who has a high body count. Again, if he's a guy with a high body count, you see that they have too many female friends, they have too many women as their friends, and you ask them, they will tell you that they are just friends, and before you realize, they are sleeping with about half of them. One other point that will make you see that the guy you are dating has a high body count is that you will see that they like attending nightclubs, engaging in excessive alcohol intake or smoking. That is where they get the next victim that they will sleep with and therefore increase their body count. My final point for you, if you want to know that you are dating a guy who has a high body count, is that they never really want to talk about their past relationship history. When you try to find out, they will never really want to tell you about whether they've dated before or not. Because if they tell you about their history and they've dated about 20 people, they know that you know that at least about 10 of them they slept with them. So that will make you know that they have a high body count. So that is it. They wouldn't want to, really make you know about their past relationship history, because that will give you an idea of a high body count that they might be having. So this are some of the signs for you. Like our video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.